Hey,
I'm Tiff.
I'm Tashari.
And together we are
TNT.
And on this episode, we are continuing our series on foot discomfort. We are talking about orthotics at this point, and the particular brand that we have in front of us is
Vionic, also known as
Orthaheel. So the awesome part about the Vionics, especially their sneakers, is that the inserts come out.
Yes.
So this is actually one of the higher inserts that we have, or one of the higher arch supports, I should say, that we have in store. So as you see, what Tashari just pulled out is basically the exact same thing that's sitting right next to her. It's the relief insert, which is really awesome. You want to give them some details on that?
I like how it has a little padding at the heel and along the side of the foot. Most people don't think about needing padding there, but when you're putting a lot of pressure on your foot, that shock absorbency is really helpful. The big thing about having the arch support where it is it helps with relief from that hyperextension of the tendon in your foot, also known as the plantar fascia tendon. So a lot of people get that plantar fasciitis. It's honestly the best way to describe it. It's like a headache in your feet.
Yeah.
That's how common it is. And it's also very easy to fix.
Absolutely. So other options that for the relief, anyways, is the 3/4 length, which is really good for those shoes that might be a little bit narrower in the toes, or you just don't really have a whole lot of room, but you have just enough room to give yourself some arch support. So you just, with the arch supports, all you really need is from the arch back, basically, unless you're dealing with neuromas or anything like that, which is up in the metatarsal area. But other than that, you don't need anything really on the forefront of the foot.
And you still get a little bit of metatarsal support in the 3/4 length. The big thing is there's no orthopedic value past that metatarsal point. So when you get to the full length, where you're about here, where normally some shoes would have a toe bar or something like that, that's just so you don't step on the raw material inside of your shoe.
Yep. So again, going with what we were talking about as far as shoes that don't really have a whole lot of room, I like to start all my customers off with an insert in the shoes that they already have, because when the doctor sends you in and you're already in pain, walking home with hundreds of dollars worth of shoes isn't always the best option for someone. So what we recommend is when you come in to try some stuff on, make sure that you bring your shoes with you that you want to keep, you don't want to get rid of, and we'll see if we have something that'll fit. So this one's really awesome. It's actually one of my favorites as far as all my dress shoes that I have. I don't want to get rid of them, but I also need them to be comfortable. This little bad boy right here, this is awesome. So it's super easy to put in. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room in the shoe. You just slip it right in, and then you're good to go.
That way you have some cushioning along the arch, but it's not taking up so much volume at the front of your shoe that you don't get a chance to wear it anymore.
Absolutely. And this right here, for me, is the most important thing, because this is what keeps my ankles and knees in line, so that way then my hips and my lower back aren't hurting me anymore. Just because it's that discomfort that comes from being completely out of whack. For me personally, I for a while I was dealing with plantar fasciitis, and this will help. This will definitely help because it's keeping that tendon right where we need it to be. So everybody's story is different. Everything is different for everybody else. I really like the Active from Vionic because it is reinforced with this plastic backing. So it's the same design. It's just with that a little bit more rigidity. It keeps everything where I need it to be because my arches are a little bit higher than some. And I just really like it. And it just helps to keep them from breaking down as fast because I'm on my feet all the flipping time.
One thing you ought to remember, or that we try to remind people of when they come in, the main reason why having arch support is such a big deal, because when you really think about it, everything starts from the bottom up. If your feet are hurting, that means it gets to your knees, which gets to your hips, which gets to your back, and eventually it gets to your attitude. Trust me, you feel so much better when your feet do.
Most people come in here and leave with an attitude check because they're feeling a little bit better. You don't understand until you've actually tried it. So we just try to remind people, though, that there is no magic bullet.
No.
This may not work for you, and that's okay. We have other options, and we're going to share that with you now. So see you guys later.
Bye.